Hello. I thought we'd go front facing today because just in case you forgot what I looked like. It's been so long. Hello, everyone. I'm just going to read. Do I look all right? I don't look too tanned. No. Good. Does it look all right for you? Oh. Do I look like I've been tangoed? Let me know how I'm coming across on your screen. Let me hold something up. I'll hold up a sneaky peek so I can just gauge, and you can gauge if the colour's all right. You see that? Look, that is perfect on my screen. What do you think? How is that for you? Because obviously it's snow. Let me know what you think. So it's just my face. My face just doesn't like to be on camera. That's why. We read some. So pretty. Oh, Maggie, hello. Right, let me go back to the beginning because we've got Betty and Karen, we've got Hazel, we've got Shannon, and we've got Gaz as well saying hello, Brenda Road from Canada. Pretty new, yes. Ben's just pointing out comments to me to make sure I don't miss anything. Snuck in at what? Oh, right, shh. Gaz is at work. Yeah, I don't have an indoor voice. Sorry, Gaz. Oh, have you frozen? Yeah, but our internet's been a bit iffy today. Right, my internet's been a bit iffy today, so we're keeping everything crossed that everything goes all right. Let's have a look. Brenda's from Canada. She's fairly new, is Brenda. Darlene, hi from Virginia. It's a lovely sunny day there. It's cold here. It's cold, but it's still quite close. So I'm not getting the cold weather that this perimenopause needs, can I just say? Gaz, yes, Gaz. We won't grass Gaz up at all. Nanny to the girls, an unusually chilly Wisconsin this year, for this time of the year, sorry. B, hello. Yeah, it's rained so bad here and off this past couple of days. In fact, it rained in so much the night that my daughter got up in the morning. She had like a full-on puddle on her windowsill, so she's like stuck a towel on there and went back to sleep. At least she stuck a towel on there and didn't just leave it. What's everyone crafting lately? Oh, I'd like to know the answer to that as well. Brenda, I'm pretty new to Jo's channel. I've been watching her older tutorials. She is so talented. Looking forward to what she shows us today. Oh, thank you very much. She's amazing. Oh, shucks, thank you very much. Night is tomorrow and Saturday. Oh, hello. Paper looks fine. Paper looks great. Hold it up again, right? Ben's going to go into the living room and put me on the TV and see if it looks better for him there. So, because it doesn't look very good on his phone. I look like I've been tangled on his phone. So I'm just going to hold that up again. Oh, does that make you long for winter and the snow and those chilly evenings where it's the law to get a hot chocolate with like marshmallows and cream and sit in the house and refuse to leave? So that's looking great to me. So I'm hoping it's looking great for you as well. See, when I hold it up, I don't look as tangoed, do I? Do you all remember that advert? I don't know if you guys got it in the US, the You've Been Tangoed advert. I used to love that. Kind of dark. So unfortunately, at the minute where I am, as soon as the sun starts to go down, it's going to get a little bit dark in here, but hopefully it lasts long enough. Did it look all right? Bit dark? What are you doing? So Ben needs the mouse, which is at this side, to adjust the lighting, but he's at this side, so he won't walk across because he don't want you to see him. So now I'm passing him the mouse and the mouse mat, and he's just there, and he's like literally crouched down at the desk, so you can't see him. So hilarious. So hilarious. Maggie, yeah, I read earlier, didn't I? You've actually made a live. I'm so excited for this one. I know I've got 3 collections, and I've got some lovely ombre papers to go with each as well. You're all saying it's pretty and it looks great. You look a tad dark. Yes, I do. Oh, see, that looks better for me. It's just having a play about. If you could just take the second chin away as well, we would appreciate that very much. I'm not that white. Don't make me look as white as I am in real life. At least give me a bit of a tan. I'll see all this blusher on and you can't see it now. See, that looks better to me. Does that look better to you? See, really, we need we need a real studio and all the flash lighting and everything like that. That'll do to me. That'll do for me. I think it could be worse. And the thing is, to be honest, no matter how my lighting, you're never going to get a real true effect of my papers because. Oh no, Ben! Look at that. Look what you've done to my paper. He's ruined my paper. What you done? We were all so professional to start with, and it's gone right downhill. Oops, I've clicked on something. We'll get there. You just have to bear with me. So anyway, someone asked what people have been up to. You've been crafting, so I would definitely love to know what's on your craft desk now. What have you been crafting? What you're in the middle of crafting? What have you just finished? If you're on Facebook, I'd love you to pop it on our group page so we can all have a good look. Let me know when you paper up. Yes, so pop it in the comments what you've been crafting, if you haven't been crafting, or if you've been doing something else. Have you been knitting? Have you been crocheting? Really want to learn to crochet. But I think the thing for me is when I get my stuff, when I've got spare time and I want to do something, the first thing I always want to do is I want to create with my paper. So even if I got the crocheting stuff in, I would, let me have a look. Oh, is that better? That's a lot better. So as long as my paper's all right, if I look tangoed, that's fine. Is that all right? Let me bring this one in, this next one. So these are sneaky peeks that I was going to do a little bit later, but you're getting to see them now. That looks all right to me. Perfect. Thank you. Right. So yes, so as long as my papers look all right, if I look a bit washed out, that's doesn't matter. Right, let me read some more comments. Much better. My mojo has gone on a late summer break. Oh, it will return. I'll send you some papers, Laura, because Laura's on my DT, and you'll feel fine. Be better. Not been crafting. Yes, Maggie's been moving house. You've moved nearer to your grandson, I think you said, didn't you? And it's decluttering. Oh, I know. I need to do another bit of a declutter, but I don't want to. It's as simple as that. I don't want to. Much better. Your paper is amazing in person. It is. Even when I was on Hobby Maker TV, even when I was with CC, the cameras never quite pick up how beautiful your papers are. You always need to get them home and then have a look and then be sort of blown away. I've just finished a bee-themed mini album. Oh, that sounds nice, Rhonda. On your Crowley's Creations. I will have to have a look for that. Definitely. Just been to the big craft show at Farnborough. Lots of goodies. Not jealous at all. Mary Lou, hello. Are you making paper crafts, cards, etc.? Just finished making some gift card holders. Very nice. Oh, you've got them in a shop. That's awesome. It's really funny you say that, because I've had loads of, like, when you just get all sorts of ads when you're looking through Facebook, and I've had lots on there about having like a little pop-up shop in the entrance to like an office building or something like that. And it was saying you pay us and we'll sort it out for you. But really, if you've got like lots of office buildings or hospitals or old people's homes or things like that, and you wanting to sell your stuff, just go approach them and ask if you can have a basket on their reception desk or a little stand or something. It's always worth asking, because what they're going to say, the worst they can say is no, sorry. But if you say yes and you manage to get some of your bits into some office complexes, then there's people buying them, because you can go work in offices, you always run in, and then it's someone in the office, it's their birthday. And then what better place to be able to go is back down to reception, where you've got your basket or your little stand of cards. So it's I think it's a win-win for everyone, that is. Ron will have to check that out. Yes, absolutely. He's already slept in, Maggie. Oh, we're having our grandson for the first time at the end of October. He'll be just a year and 2 months old, so we're quite excited, because my son and his wife are going away for a wedding. I think they're going away overnight, so quite excited to have him. He's a proper cheeky little chappy. No weeing in my car, Gaz. Just that was just the most random comment that I could have. I'm so excited I had to have a wee. Nice. For all you who are quite new to us, that is literally the tone of my lives, that right there. So if you're hoping for something a bit posh and proper, you're so on the wrong page. But you will laugh a lot. So that's all that matters. Angela for Crafts, hello. Watching without sound, and watching Wednesday, very good. Darlene's been doing lots of different crafts, pumpkins, birdhouses, diamond dots, very nice. Matt, I will let you off for being late, because the past 2 times you've been early, so that's all right, we'll let you off. Right, I've said hello to everyone. Yes, we're all mad here, we absolutely are. And I've caught up on all the messages, so let's get on with seeing some of these papers. I've got a huge wad here, because I've got lots that I want to show you. If you saw the post that I've popped up today, obviously you're here, so you know that I've got 3 collections, and in each collection I've got 2 pads and an ombre per lesson. And then we'll go through some sneaky peeks first. So I think I really want to show you the Halloweeny ones first. So I've called it the Season of the Witch. Bonus points in the comments if you know what that's from, what film that's from. One of my all-time favourite films. It was like the odd one out, wasn't it, that one? The Season of the Witch. Yes, don't forget to like and share. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much, Shannon. Just lots of we're all mad here. We really absolutely are. Halloween 3, which was really weird, because there were Halloween obviously 1 and 2 and then the rest. And then this Halloween 3 was just plonked in the middle, that really had nothing, or seemed to have nothing to do with the rest of the franchise. But I'm not complaining, because I love that one. So yes, bonus points, Betty. Right, Season of the Witch. So this is the front page for that one. And the front page is just absolutely awesome. Now, again, apologies for the light. If I bring it a bit closer, these are really bold and beautiful colours on this one. So I'm really hoping it was so bizarre that it's really going to pick it up. I think if I hold it with the back to the window, you really get how deep and bold and juicy these colours are. So that is one. I obviously show you on the 12 by 12 size, so you can get a real good look and a real good feel for the image. So even on the 12 by 12 size, you can still just cut these down. But obviously, if you wanted to use this as a topper, there's the 6 by 6 pads as well. But they're all so beautiful. So this one here is the card I used for the card yesterday, and I'll bring it in and show you it in a minute. They're just absolutely gorgeous. I know that this one is definitely Halloweeny, but it's also a little bit alternative as well. I know there's pumpkins on there, but she's a witch. So you can get away with that throughout the year, to be honest. And I love this style because look, it just folds flat. So if you're still wanting to post something like this, it just folds flat. So easy. Right. Oh, apologies. So again, so these are these predominantly reds that we're looking at the minute. So again, if I turn it so the back is to the window, you can really pick up how deep these colours are. So I've gone with that. It just seems to work perfectly. That distressed background with the sort of peeling paint effect. Now this is definitely one of the oranges. Look at that. The grungy effect just works so well. You've got that beautiful, and I think she is, you've got that beautiful witch and that really distressed grungy background works beautifully. And then you've got that huge moon behind her. So that was one of the purpley ones. Can you hear every time I move, can you hear my chair squeaking? So if you can, apologies. I love this one. I love her eyes. Just again, it just adds something different to it, doesn't it? And then the flowers with the pumpkin on the hat. I just absolutely love it. Making me want to get inky and messy. Yeah, absolutely. But it's fussy in drooling, absolutely. It does look like you can feel that the paint, and I love that. It's almost it was very tactile, and I think that's a great thing in a paper pad, because when you've made that card and you've given someone that card, the first thing that they want to do is they want to touch it to see how you've made it, or what's sort of been used on it, and that's always a great thing. Now these are the 12 by 12, so they're going to be perfect to use on your albums if you want to create bigger albums. Loads of people are born around and on Halloween, so they're going to make perfect birthday cards as well. Those alternative kind of weddings are huge. I know a hairdresser who's based not far from here, and her wedding was she had a black dress. The kids were dressed up, very alternative, but it was still very, very classy. And she absolutely loves this. I give her a little sneaky peek, and she absolutely loves this. It's just like the advert when they say a puppy's not just for Christmas. This is what these paper pads are. They're not just for Halloween. And then the last one, so running all the way through, you've got either the purples, those oranges, and then those bold reds. So that is the first pad. And as always, they are all available in the 12 by 12, the A4, the 6 by 6, and then the topper set. And the prices are exactly the same as they always are. The price list is on my Facebook page, but I really could do actually with copying prices on here, because I know there's a few of you that are only on YouTube. But again, my email's below, so if you are wanting to order any of these, just pop me an email if you don't have YouTube, Facebook. I should hope you've got YouTube because you're on YouTube. So this is the Season of the Witch, and this is the backgrounds. Now, I know I've called it the backgrounds, but part of reason it isn't, as you'll see in a minute. So you've still got just as much decoration on there. You've got the hat and pumpkin and the flowers. You've got that beautiful big moon. And really, I think I like to cover all bases. I like to think what I would want, and if there's a main pad like the one with the witches, and I absolutely love everything about it, but I wouldn't use the witches for anything, then you've got this pad because it's like a background of the main one. So you've still got the colour and the style and all the elements in there. But if you wouldn't use the witches, and you would definitely use this, or vice versa. You might not use this, and you're absolutely in love with the pictures. I do find it hard to sort of stop to sometimes. I have a main pad, and then the backgrounds, and then the scenes, and then the flowers, and Ben's like, you need to stop. I need to bring you everything. But I do love these. I love the fact that that huge moon in the background is just stunning. It really makes everything pop. Sorry about my chair. If you can, it needs oiling. A little bit like my knees. It needs oiling. Oranges. I can't hold them straight, so you'll have to excuse me. But you know by now. And the reds on this one. They are a fussy cutter's dream. They really are. But if you're not into the fussy cutting and you just want to cut that into sort of smaller elements for lots of different cards, then absolutely. I need to figure out some storage for 12 by 12. Well, I've got these calyxes you can see behind me, and you can get inserts. I don't know if you can see those little shelvy things. It's a little insert. It's it's just a one shelf, but you can get them that have got about 4 or 5 different shelves on to go in the cube, and they're about £19. So they're perfect for storing if you've got these units, obviously. There we go. Oh, look, you can really see the orange on that one. I love that one, and with the pumpkin wearing the hat. There we go. So if you want to use these as scrapbook pages, they're going to work absolutely perfect. Because of the way that you sort of the thirds. I know I've said that before, and I know I've said before really I should do some scrapbooking pages, and show you how I sort of do them to make the best of the design that's on there, and sort of the way that the layout is. I mean, I know I always say with crafting, anything goes. If you want to throw anything at that page, then throw it, because it's art, and art is just very personal, isn't it? But there's just some little hints and tips, I think, as with everything, to really make the most out of a scrapbooking page. And it's as easy sort of as you rule of thirds. And it's not hard, and it's just a lot of fun. I think a scrapbook page it's just a giant card that you have a little bit more freedom with. You can build it up a lot more, because I think you can give it as a gift as well as it just being something for keeping your memories. So that is the backgrounds. And again, all the same sizes, all the same prices. Right, I'm not going to put that one away because I'm going to bring in the ombre. The pearlescent, there's some gradients in there here, there's some ombres, and I'm going to leave this out because I want you to be able to see that it's going to work absolutely perfectly. So remember, this is the front page. So you can see, there we go, the purples and the oranges and those reds. So try and keep those in your mind when I go through these. So there you go. So I'm going to wiggle it. So you can see, obviously, it's a lighter purple and it goes into that deeper purple. And it is just absolutely gorgeous. And then again, so you can see you've got purple through this lovely pinky red to the orange at the other side. Again, it's picking up on all those colours running through this collection. So in these pearlescent pads, what you get is you get 10 sheets. Oh, lean it forward. There you go. Look, it's like the deepest, duskiest purple at this side. It's absolutely gorgeous. And it almost goes into nothing at the other side. Some of the oranges, look. So yeah, so 20 sheets in these pads. They only come in an A4 and you get 2 of each colour. I love what's this side. That charcoaly grey black. It's not quite black, but it almost is. So excuse that line. That's I printed my copy off before I cleaned the roller on the base plate. So I've got an incline across mine. Yours won't come with an incline, but look at the colours. You can see how they're all picking up on different colours throughout the whole of the pad. You can see it's that beautiful pearlescent. I love this. It goes sort of dark to light to dark. Look. When the light catches on that pearlescent, it's just gorgeous. Daughter was married on Halloween. Ex-brother-in-law was born on Halloween, and it was totally fitting him. Daughter absolutely loves Halloween. Halloween's huge. I mean, it's never really been as big over here as it has in the US. I think recently, later these past, I don't know, few years, it's a lot bigger here, and rightfully so. I mean, I remember when I was younger, showing my age now, we couldn't afford Halloween costumes to go Halloween in or trick-or-treating in. So it was either an old sheet, an old bed sheet with 2 eyes cut out of it, or a black bin bag with obviously the head and the arms cut out, and then we'd draw just the whiskers and the nose, and we were a cat. That was it. That was the extent of my trick-or-treating outfits. What can I say? I absolutely love your ombre papers, B. Thank you. You did get some, didn't you, from there? Yeah. You're all loving it. Thank you all so much. I'm seeing lots of love hearts as well, which I'm loving. What does everyone like for a printer to print the downloads? Yes, there's lots of companies do that now. I always make Halloween cards for my kids and grandchildren. Yeah, do you know, we don't get as many kids come to the door as I would like. But I always like to make a little gift bag, and I put the sweets in it. It's just a little bit more fun, isn't it? Than just giving them some sweets. Right, so we'll go on to, so the next one we're going to do is the Gothic bloom castles. So again, just an alternative one that is going to work any time of the year. You've got really bold oranges in this and through to those blacks. So colour-wise, absolutely perfect for Halloween. But just a very much a little bit Gothic-y. I definitely took a little bit of inspiration from sort of Rococo and sort of those kind of styles. And of course, to make it a little bit romantically Gothic, it has to have those roses, doesn't it? The flowers. The stormy skies are just absolutely gorgeous. So if you look at this one straight away, you can see, if you bought the 12 by 12, straight away you could cut that in two. So on this side, you could cut that in the middle, and then you could cut it into sort of 6x4 pieces. So here at the bottom, and then the middle, and then the top. So straight away you've got 3 card fronts, and then at this side you could just cut it in 2. So you'd have 2 6x6s. You can fussy cut them down, and if you want the whole image on your card or your project, you're just going to buy the smaller ones, the 6x6s, or the A4s, because that comes with an 8x8 on there. And then you've got obviously the topper sets as well. So I know I've said it before, but I do love when it sort of gets around to Halloween, or you're doing something like this, because all bets are off. You can put anything on there and it doesn't have to look real. So when we've done like bird collections in the past, we've tried to make, especially on one of the collections Ben did, he did the birds accurate, the colours and the names and stuff. But then when you've got a collection like this, you can sort of really go to town, lost in your imagination for what you can and can't put on these, which is what I love. I hate being restricted by that's not what colour it should be, or that's not what shape it should be. When I was little and I was at school, I was always told, you don't colour your houses in that colour, and you don't get pink dogs. And in my world, you did. And I'm still very much there. Back in the day when teachers still used to smack you. Could you imagine nowadays? Although I must admit, I didn't enjoy being. When I was little, there was me and 2 of my friends, Rachel and Victoria, and we were trouble. Like, not naughty trouble. Just we always seemed to do the wrong thing, even if we didn't really mean to. And there was more than one occasion we were chased through the school by a teacher. And Ben, on the other hand, was always the class prefect. And they do say opposites attract, don't they? I love this one. I love this side of this one. All those frou-frou bits. Pretty sure that they've probably got a name, but they're frou-frou bits. And then that lovely little skeleton head just tucked in there. Oh, I love this collection. Wow, I love it. Dracula is just about to rise. Yeah, very atmospheric. Is it Game of Thrones? I've never watched it. Yeah, I never watched an episode. It's finished, hasn't it? It's not on anymore. I think you get reruns, don't you? I love this one. Although I love them all. Again, so you've got flowers in with the berries, in with the pumpkins, and then the castle in the background are just so nice. So you can see what I mean about it's just an alternative paper pad. There's nothing on there that says Halloween, because the pumpkins that are on there, they really fit in with the theme and the style, and everything like that. So, it's going to work for anything. Just that little bit different. Absolutely, thousand pumpkins, right, silhouette stamps, and that's the thing. So it's a lovely matte card stock that I use. Now I did have my paper, the man I get my paper from, I had this lovely matte card stock, and then he changed it to this really smooth, which if you bought from me lately, you'll have had that, and it was really smooth and almost silky. He's had issues with that, so he doesn't supply that anymore. So I'm back to my old cardstock, which is just a real nice. It's still a smooth matte cardstock, but it's not got that silky feel. But which is actually just a little bit better. So if you are stamping if you've got those kind of stamps in your stash, those like Matt was just saying, dragon stamps, or if you've got some fairy stamps or something, a little bit different in your stash, and you were just wanting to do nothing more than silhouette and then just some black ink, they're going to look awesome. It's really going to work. So you can stamp on these, you can dye paper. It's just gorgeous. So Gothic Bloom, and this is my backgrounds. And again, this is my kind of background. Am I glitching? There we go. So this is the first one. The producer's just come in, my tech guy. So remember, this is supposed to be backgrounds. Just but the Michelle backgrounds.
Confirmed.
Huh? Turn my fans off. Okay. Okay. It comes in and it goes. And I'm like, I don't know what he's saying. He just mouths the words and he does all these pointy things. I ain't got a clue what he's saying. So then I do what I think he said. And he's like, why have you done that? And I'm like, but you said. And he's like, no, I didn't. And I'm like, but I'm a little bit deaf. Right, so I've had to turn my fans up on my laptop. So let me know if that noise interferes. If you can hear it, then I'll just turn them back off. Favourite students were the challenging ones. They were most creative. I think you find that. I think the kids that can't sit and they can't follow the rules, it's my excuse, and that kind of thing, the struggle with it are the creative ones. I think their brain was dragging his tails, wrapping around that sort of centerpiece at the bottom. So you can see, if I turn it there, you got the oranges and the blacks are so bold on this. They and all those sort of grey scales that are in there are just absolutely gorgeous. I think the troublesome kids, especially back in our day, the ones that couldn't sit still, the ones that fidgeted, the ones that talked, definitely were more creative, were more into the arts, things like that. And that was definitely me. Not that I can draw for toffee, but I'm definitely artistic in other ways. Again, I love these sort of the candles, the berries and things. It just really brings it, it makes it exactly what I wanted. It's rich and opulent and all those words. Insert fabulous word here. The designs on some of the pumpkins, I love wrong side. This fella here is just awesome. Wait, you never I never watched it. No, Game of Thrones. Opposites definitely attract. They absolutely do. Oh my, too many choices. I know, I'm sorry. Those pumpkins, they look sinister, which is exactly what I loved. I never fit and I still don't. That's why I love teaching my challenging students. They would end up giving them to me because I got along with them so well. My mum always said when I was little, I would always bring home, she used to call them the raggedy children, the kids that were maybe not necessarily looked after properly. Came to school dirty and scruffy and I always sort of took that child under my wing, which was unfortunate for them because then they got left as a troublemaker along with me. But no man was left behind with me, can I just say. I've always collected something a bit odd, a bit different, a bit unique, perfect, which is exactly what this collection is, I think. Love this one. I love this side. That reminds me of, what's that film, In the Desert, with Brendan Fraser? Said his name right. The right on the tip of my tongue. The Mummy. You know, when the mummy sends the sort of sand thing to get him, that reminds me. Do you know what I mean? The sand thing. That was the official thing in the script. They actually wrote, so the sand thing raises and goes to get Brendan Fraser. That was the official writing in there. Right, so that is both of the clothes, and then I will show you the pearlescent that goes with it. So again, there's 10 different colours, sheets, designs, and you get 2 of each. If I just hold them up like that straight away, you can see the colours. Gonna work so perfectly with that collection. The bottom right of that last paper looks like a red-eyed devil. Betty taught art in a vocational school, and she would bring lunch for her and most of the kids who didn't even get food at home. Yeah. I'm the quiet shy one. It took me years to talk to my stepmom's family. I was always a chatterbox in school. Caroline, never. Right, so I'm going to hold you look at that so you can see those blacks through to the sort of oranges. But because I've printed colour onto this beautiful pearlescent paper, you've got that lovely sheen that comes through in all of these. And I only print on one side. It keeps costs down for me and for you. So what you've got on the other side, actually, you've got this like an ice white pearlescent. It's got a bit of, I think it might be ice silver actually. So if you get any of these and there's a particular one in there that you don't like but you love the rest, it doesn't matter, because then what you've got on the other side is just that beautiful ice white pearlescent. So you never really getting a piece that you're not going to love. Now, this is not picking up. I think it might be a little. It's darker. Am I tapping the right side? Yeah, that side. So this is just an ombre rather than a gradient. So it's going, it's the orange, but it's lighted up a little bit dark. Gradient, you're going from one colour to another. So we've got a little bit, you see it before, there you go. We've got a mix in most of these. There'll be some gradients in there, and then there'll be some ombres. All just work so beautifully. So if you remember in the collection that I've just been showing you, you can see how it's going to work amazing. There we go. Ooh, there we go. Look at that. So again, this is a more subtle gradient. We have got a bit of black at that side through to that other orange. I love this one. It's nearly almost all of it grey, and it's a gradient, and it's just got a little bit of that orangey colour there. But actually, the orange feels like it's sat behind the black all the way through. I love that one. Now, obviously, when you get these home, they're going to look awesome. And can I just say, they are a nightmare to take a picture of. My son's a photographer and he keeps saying, I'll come through and take some you know, like professional pictures. But he's so busy, he never does. I'm saying that. He's so busy. He is really, really busy. So I will let him off. But so if I lift all of these up before I put them back together, look at the colours. So my pearlescent, I will put, so the little label on this one will be, it'll say pearlescent ombre or ombre pearlescent, and it will always say compliments and then whatever collection it is. So this one is going to say compliments Gothic blue. But of course, if you don't buy the Gothic blue and you just love the pearlescent, that is just sort of there to let you know which one. If you're sort of shopping and you're thinking, which one do I get? I've started. So this is sort of what we're doing. We're doing the compliments, and it'll say Gothic Bloom or the Autumn Woodland. And then you sort of know that it's going to work perfectly with it. But then again, if you're just buying it because you want some pearlescent paper, it's going to work as well. That's becoming a bit of a paper hoarder. And Michelle paper hoarder, I like that. I have a few collections that I've not done anything yet with, working my way through them. I will take the winter ones, and I'm not even on the design team, lol. Watched Matt's YouTube video this week in awe. Yeah, that box is amazing. It really, really is. To be fair, everything that Matt's made is just, it's your jaw drops, isn't it? All of my design team are absolutely brilliant at what they do. And Matt is definitely brilliant at things like that. You can't find beautiful papers. You see, I've heard lots of people lately saying that the craft papers and the things that you can sort of buy in the US are nowhere near as good as they are in the UK. I've heard a lot of people saying that. Right. Autumn Woodland is the last collection that I'm going to be showing you. Let's do the animals first. I love this collection. So again, what you have got is very, very similar, a colour palette running through. But this one, obviously, those oranges and sort of rusty colours, obviously, were perfectly towards the autumn woodland. So we've got lots of animals. And then you've got those blacks and the greys, you've got the oranges, all those leaves about to fall. And then on this one, you've got a couple of badgers. So obviously this is a collection that is perfect for the beginning of September. Getting all those little cute badgers on there. So I've got to admit, so Ben showed me this and I was like, what's wrong with the badgers? And he was like, what do you mean? And I'm like, don't the stripes go all the way down? And he was like, no. So a few weeks ago was the day that I learned that badgers actually do look like that. I thought he'd forgot to finish them off or something. I'm 47 years old and I didn't realise that that's what a badger looks like. So let me try and straighten that. So those autumnal colours, absolutely stunning through this collection. It's a watercolour effect background. Shall I turn it off? The fans. Just going to turn my fans back off. Is it? Ben says he sounds a bit dodgy. Someone else has just put it. Autumn. Is it me or is Michelle breaking in and out? So Ben has literally just flicked the camera because that's how we mend things here. We bang things, we flick things. breaking up for me too. Is that any better? Let me know if I sound a little bit better now. I mean, was I acceptable before? So really apologies. Oh my, this collection is beautiful. My house has now become a Michelle Craft corner. Love that. Hopefully it sounds a little bit better. Right, let's carry on. So I held this one up, didn't I? Yeah, the bunnies. What I love is you've got sort of that colour palette running all the way through, and then just the odd flower at the bottom, like it's a little bit of blue there, just breaking it up. Bring it back there. Wow. I love, oh yeah, I was saying, wasn't I? So you can see you've got that beautiful watercolour effect. And I don't know if I bring it in, you'll see this more. You can see it here, can't you? There. It's all, well, it looks, it's on watercolour card, watercolour paper. It's almost like it's a watercolour paint, and you've got that beautiful texture coming through of what would be that watercolour card. Sorry. I just, every time I say card, I hear Gaz in my ear going card because of my accent. So now I say it to myself twice, and people just look at me really weird. Is it just me? Do we get to a certain age where we just sort of talk to ourselves? But out loud, sort of reply to ourselves and crack a joke with ourselves. It's not just me. Please tell me it's not just me. You can really see there that watercolour sort of effect, and obviously the tree at the bottom. And it wouldn't be an autumn woodland without some little birds. And I love that they're sort of stood in a little puddle. I love the colours. This, I don't even know what you would call this colour, but it's sort of that reddy, pinky colour popping through, and I absolutely love it. It's a colour that if I'm inking a background, I always like to go sort of from my yellows and oranges into my pinks and reds, and when they blend together and you've got that beautiful pinky reddy, like in the sky at night or on a morning, I love that colour. I think that's got to be my favourite colour ever. So I think we're going to be getting sort of two with the birds, two with badgers. We've got foxes and bunnies, and I've got deer in here. But I didn't want them to be, yeah, it's not just you. People think I'm nuts when I answer myself. It's a crafter thing. B talks to the cats. Imagine answering their voices. I like that. I like that. Is it still? There's poking and prodding the computer again. Is it? Have you put it on the telly? So these are the foxes, obviously. And then, so yes, I was saying, I didn't want the animals to be predominant. I wanted you to have that beautiful autumn woodland and just a hint of animals in there. I love that fox at the beginning. At the front is almost smiling, isn't it? So I wanted you to have those options and have those choices to use the bits with the animals, the bits without the animals. I think they're just exactly what I wanted. Colour, reddy pinky. Need a marker of that colour, right? Could you imagine the names of any ink pads or any pens that I ever brought to you? Can you imagine what the colours would be? Now, you see, it'd be worth doing that just for what the names would be. I mean, I could just go to the pound shop and just buy a load of pens and put my own, with the vinyl cutter, put my own names on them and sell them. The pens would be rubbish, but it'd be worth it for the novelty factor of what the colours would be called. There's something about autumn, which makes me very happy because my birthday is in September the 9th. And I like to celebrate the whole month, because why wouldn't I? It drives the husband a little bit potty by the end of the month because I'm still saying it's my birthday. And he's like, but it's the 30th of September. Still counts. Still September. Because it does still count. I'm worth it. Love the foxes. It's totally normal. I can imagine my husband's face telling him the names I've used in a project. It'd be so worth it. So worth it. It would work well with the Autumn Blessings collection. The anime. Oh my God, yes. So actually, what I meant to do was print a set of them off and show you them. But what we'll do is when I put the post up, I will tag or link that album in the post so you can go see that. So the collection that obviously I've got new people here. It's on the 9th, I think. Is it Tuesday the 9th? My birthday's on the 9th. I'm accepting dinner, presents, drinks, nights out all month long. Is it Wednesday? I don't know. I'm too old to remember what day it is. I just know it's the 9th. Mine was the first. Happy birthday, Rhonda. See, now I've even forgot what. Oh, no, I haven't. So, for those of you who are new, my collections from last year are all still available because I print to order. So if you've seen last Christmas papers, last autumn, last Halloween, they're all still available for you to buy. And the collection that I did last year for autumn, there was pumpkin pie, and that's some really cute pumpkins in pickup trucks and stuff like that. But there was the other one, and it was autumn days. And it was couples and families, and there were the scenes were walking over bridges and through beautiful sort of parkland and stuff. And actually, that would work perfectly with this collection because obviously, autumnal colours, it's going to work beautiful. So this is the backgrounds. Again, obviously, Michelle's backgrounds. Actually, these are a lot more backgroundy. So what you are going to be able to do is any stamps and stencils and anything like this that you have got, your dies of families, anything that you've got, you're going to be able to use with this, even with the ones with the animals on. So there's amazing. I've seen, can't remember his name. I think his name is James, I think. And he does these stamps. My friend Emma showed me them ages ago. And the stamps are of people and stuff like that. And they come in sections. So there's the heads, the bodies, and the legs. So you can sort of build them up. So they will be perfect for your family. So obviously, if you've got long hair or short hair, there's the different sections. And I've seen him a lot on Facebook lately. And he stamps them all out, and then he watercolors the people in and obviously the backgrounds, and they're absolutely amazing. Now they would work perfectly on here. The path at the side, your dog, your daughter, whatever sort of your family looks like, they would look amazing to build that up on here. You have been told that you need to get rid of some paper. Who on earth said that to you? How rude. That's not positive encouragement or energy that we need. Absolutely not. They're very good, but a bit pricey. Is it those stamps, Caroline, that I'm talking? I don't know. I followed him for a few. I love this one. I really, really love this one. I love the bridge. I love the little stream trickling. I followed him on Facebook for a few years. But I haven't really. Is it awful to say I haven't paid a lot of attention? But he started putting little videos on of him colouring them in, and they're absolutely awesome. Gosh. My mum says I'm a paper hoarder. I love paper. I love paper. That is why I do exactly what I do. When I got made redundant last year, and my husband and I were talking about my next steps, and I said I'd love to design papers, but obviously I can't draw. And he says, well, I can help you with that because Ben can. He can do the designy bits. So we're actually a perfect pairing. But that's why I brought papers, because my obsession is paper. I love paper pads. I love making anything and everything with paper and card. 9 times out of 10, you will see something that I create what's not got any dyes with it. Not that I'm against, die cutting or anything like that, but I like the paper. I like the paper to speak for itself. I like to create things, build things, little bookcases, whatever it is. And I just love paper, which is why we've started with paper, because that's my passion. And everything I bring you, I would use. This would be a pad that I would go into a shop and absolutely buy. I'm not going to bring you anything that I'm not going to love, not going to use. So definitely obsessed with paper and paper pads. So I love all of these. You've got all those bridges, all those different streams and that trickling water. It's just autumn in a paper pad. And again, you've got a pop of colour down here, that red and blue just on there. Actually, now the sun's gone down just a little bit, I think you're seeing the papers a little bit better. I have so many scraps, I don't want to throw them away. That's it. But that's also why I love that. Well, what we do is we print the wall, and not is sort of a one and done. It's not one run and then you can't get it anymore. Because when we're scared to use up our last bit of paper, I think it's a shame. So that is why you can still order all of my back catalogue. Then you're not scared to use up that last bit of paper that's going to look so much better on a card or as a project than it is just sat on a shelf, but we don't want to use it up. So again, one of the main reasons that we decided to do sort of a print to order, and besides the fact that we're only still quite small, it means that you don't have to be scared to use up all of your papers. Now, if I bring those in, can you see all those colours? Absolutely perfect to work with that autumn collection that I've just shown you, even down to this one. Let me show you. That pinky, that reddy pinky colour that I was telling you about. G40 stamp area. Love those. I don't know what that other name is that you've wrote down. I'm not going to say it. Right, so you've got from this side to that, you can see this is a gradient and it goes through 3 colours. There we go. All colours are going to work so beautifully. And again, they're only available in the A4 or the pearlescent. And you get 20 sheets in each pad, 2 of each colour. You see how it just works perfectly. These are a labour of love. I spend so long making sure that the colours on these pearlescent ones work perfectly with each collection. This is the one, look, that reddy pinky colour. This side, you've got a bit of that charcoal over it, and then it blends out quite light, but absolutely works perfectly. So this is just an ombre, and it's almost, it's not picking up, but what it has got is got this green colour to it. And when I take a picture, I'll take a picture of these tomorrow and post it on there, on my page, and I'll post it sort of all over. And you'll be able to pick up the colour a lot better. But it's the most beautiful woodland greeny colour. Again, it's going to work perfectly with those collections. I'm trying not to move because every time I do, my chair squeaks. It's really annoying me. So that, again, that's one that's got that green sort of undertone to it, but it's not really showing you, unfortunately. Again, take pictures tomorrow in the light and it'll really pick them up. I think it sort of shows a little bit better. We just fan these out a little bit, because sort of next to each other, you can see which one's got more green. No, so though this one here, that's got more green in it, it's just not picking it up. But you can see if I bring that pad in and hold it next to it, all those colours are going to work so perfect together. So, so there's the woodland one. So that is that that I've just gone through. The autumn woodland, animals and backgrounds, and then obviously the ombre, and then the Gothic bloom castles and backgrounds, and the season of the witch. In fact, if I bring in the 3 pads, because again, it's sort of a similar colour palette running through, wrong way, but you can see how different they actually all are when you pop them next to each other. Just such gorgeous colours. These are colours in all 3 of these that I'm going to use time and time and time again, because they're just gorgeous colours. There's a craft show we're going to spend. Yes, Ben needs to get some WD-40 on this chair. He really does. Okay, my mojo is cutting its holiday short. All 3 collections are stunning. The ombres are lush. They really are. So lots of you, well, are saying how much you're loving it. So thank you. They're all available to buy now. If you are wanting to purchase, obviously my email's below, my Facebook, all my details, for you to pop me a message. If you're not sure on sizes and prices, just email me and I will send you them all. But that is my my September releases, which I'm loving, and I'm glad you're all loving those as well. Matt's put his order in. Right, so I got a card. I have got a card here. I made a card the other day, didn't I? Oh, it's here. So I was saying, I haven't really had a chance to do much with these, but this is that autumn collection. And I popped this on my Facebook the other day. So I've made this like diagonal front joy fold, and a joy fold is literally, it's that front bit. So if you are creating any kind of card front, and it's almost like adding a second card, isn't it? That you can either open up, or I think a lot of the times you should see a joy fold card what sort of opens that way instead. So I just met, and it's such a simple card to make, so quick to put together, but always looks awesome. So I made that obviously with that autumn collection. Just a nice quick one to put together. And again, I'll quickly show you the witch one. And again, I love this because it folds flat for you to post. And it's just a lovely fun card. So I will be doing a live next Thursday. So same time, same place. I'm going to play with all of these collections and we'll create some, I don't know what I'll be making. I don't tend to know until I can tell you now what I'm going to make, but it will change. So I'm not going to tell you. But we will be making something. We'll be doing a little tutorial on those cards. I will do that. Yeah, I'll pop those up and in and on. I can do those absolutely because they're nice and quick to put together. I'm going to add the autumn collection to my Michelle stash. You are just amazing, full stop. Oh, thank you very much. Beautiful. Yeah, so maybe on Thursday we'll just do a few different card bases. We'll start off with, I can do these because these are nice and simple. So maybe we'll do these two. And maybe the third one can be a little bit interactive like this, but I hate saying advanced because I like to break it down enough. I think I like to break it down enough that even those what are supposed to be advanced cards are quite simple to do. You just have to break those steps down. So maybe we'll do these two and maybe we'll do another one that's a little bit more involved. I like to say involved, yeah. Like another company, Alchemy of Art. Now, I've seen that somewhere. Is that the one that's Polish? Or am I thinking of another one? Better get my order in. Amazing collections once again. Thank you. Minty. Oh my God, I love Minty. I've got some of their stuff and it's awesome. I think it is Polish, yeah. I'm pretty sure it is. Now, Ciao Bella, their papers, I worked for those, for them, and their papers are gorgeous as well. They do some pearlescent, they do some beautiful specialized papers, where it's printed on either a silver leaf, a gold leaf, or they've got like this pearlescent. And it's absolutely gorgeous, obviously with their paper pads as well. So I do still love Ciao Bella. If the company sells paper pads, I'm in, and it's as simple as that. So before I let you all go, I'm going to show you a quick sneaky peek. So this, you saw a little bit earlier, is one of my winter collections. So this is, what are we, September? This might be October or November. Let me bring it across. There you go. And it's so I said to Ben, I want like this wet on wet watercolor effect, which is exactly what I gave me. And I just said I want some beautiful snow-filled gardens, which is exactly what I gave me. I'll show you one more. And again, quite plain, but not in the design, but in you can really build scenes up with these. You can do lots with these. So I'm loving those. And again, in the next few months, I am going to be bringing you this one. It didn't feel like a summer collection, hence why I haven't brought it to you sort of through the summer months. It felt more like an autumn winter collection. So this is, again, I haven't got a name for it, but these are sort of the main images. And then these are sort of what I'm calling my backgrounds. So what you've got is those you've got purples and those reds, all with that black. And then you've got that sort of single light in the middle, either coming from the lamp or, as on this one, just coming from whatever it is that she's looking at. So we've got those. And there's lots of script running through some of the backgrounds. I need to show you this because this is one that's going to come with this as well. So these are your hydrangeas. I think I said that right. Ben's wrote it on the board up there for me because I keep saying hydrangea. And it's like, no, that's not right. I'm like, but it sounds good to me. But on all of them, you've got that beautiful reflection. You've got the wet floor or the puddles and it's giving you that beautiful reflection of, which is what I'm loving. You just, yeah, thank you, Shannon. Just take the compliment, Michelle. Thank you very much. I sense a mid-September spooky launch with those. Yeah, absolutely. It feels right to bring that sooner rather than later. And then what I've also got, I'm going to show you this. I know I showed you it a while ago, but again, it didn't feel like a summer collection. But what I've got is, I'm going to show you this one backwards. This is one of the backgrounds. So this is going to be one of my fairy collections, and the fairy collection didn't feel right without these, and I forgot their name again. I don't know. Someone's going to tell me in a minute. You're all going to type what they're called. Dandelions. Thank you very much. So they're sort of going to be my backgrounds. This is going to be almost my scenes. So you've got, what you're going to get with this particular paper pad is lots of fairy doors in lots of really old oak trees, in the bottom, obviously, as you can see, and you've got the musical script running along this one, which I absolutely adore. And then the main collection for these are going to be these beautiful fairies. So I know that she's on a 12 by 12, but imagine her on a 6 by 6. Oh, imagine the 6 by 6 or the 8 by 8, putting her out. Betty's thinking this already with all the paper piecing and popping her either on there, fussy cutting all of those dandelions out. It's going to look awesome. And then another one, that skirt would look amazing 3D. If you've got some like netting or some fabric, you can really build that up over that. If you've got some tacky glue, you know how at school we used to water the tacky glue down. Did you ever do it at school when it was Halloween? We used to get a boiled egg and we used to get a small square of fabric, and we would soak that fabric in watered down like tacky glue, PVA glue, and then we would drape it over the egg. The egg would be sat in his little egg cup, and you would be able to pleat all the fabric because obviously it's wet with the watered down tacky glue, and you could pleat all the fabric and then put it to the side to dry, get rid of the egg, and you've got your spooky ghost. That's because obviously it's dried, stiff and solid. You could do that with some amazing, well, it would look amazing. Obviously you wouldn't necessarily use an egg, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. And then really build some netting up on there because I know the lighting's going for me, so apologies, but you've got the most. So here you've got some lovely mint greens, and then you've got peach and you've got pink, and then this is the most beautiful blue. I'll bring it in. Oh, you can see it. Look at that. So you've got all those different colours. If you haven't got fabric, if you've got like lacy ribbon, it's going to work amazingly. Some of the other ones on that are absolutely stunning. I did the mask ball. No, it hasn't. So I've got a masquerade ball. I've got two actually. We've got so many that are just neat. It's really hard to know what to release when. Because for one, I want to bring everything to you all at once. But it just, things fit differently through the summer. The masquerade ball didn't seem right, but I've got two different ones. So I've got this beautiful black and gold one, and I've got this other one, and it's almost pastel colours with gold. So I've got two. So I've got so much And then Ben will come up with another idea, or I'll come up with another idea that I like, that I need. And so it's crazy. But that really, really long answer to your question, was it Denise? I haven't launched it yet. It is going to be coming, and that might be nearer to Christmas, to be honest. But that one, again, I've got so many ideas. I really need to narrow them down a bit. But it's stunning. One of the images that Ben did for me, there's a couple at the masquerade ball, so they've got the fabulous masks on, and there's a huge ornate mirror, and they're reflected into it. And it's just the most beautiful piece. In fact, what I'll do is I'll find it, I will print it off, and I'll put a sneaky peek on of that one, because it's absolutely gorgeous. So yes, masquerade ball is a New Year collection. Oh yeah, definitely. Perfect for Mardi Gras. Oh my God, yes, absolutely. So maybe around about that time would be perfect, especially the black and gold one, definitely. Yes, so, and then I just want to show you this last one, which is, it's very ethereal. Is that the word? So you've got that beautiful dove. And again, this is going to be representing so many different things for so many of us. Those cards that we don't like to make. But again, just pure, fantastical fantasy cards as well. So that is sort of what I would class as my main pad. This is definitely those backgrounds. All the colours are matching. You've got that really swishy effect going through it. And again, so this is what I would call either my scenes or my patterns, because you've got all of that beautiful scenery, but without that huge white bird. So you could go to town with this one, with your fairies and anything sort of fantastical, fantasy wise that you've got stamps and dies wise. So this is where I say, if you love this, but you wouldn't necessarily know what to do with it, because I do get lots of messages saying, I love that, but I wouldn't know what to do. So obviously then I give you like a 3-page essay on what you would do with it. But if you'd had no need for that at all, but you love it, then there's sort of the scenes pad, where you get in all of the beautiful imagery and design, but without the huge white birds. So that means that you would still be able to use this with the stuff that you've got in your stash. Does that make sense? I know it does to me, but a lot of stuff makes sense to me and no one else knows what I'm talking about. Oh, you've enjoyed your pink package. I'm really glad, darling. Heavenly, yeah. Emotional. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. So you've got that, it's the light, isn't it? And it's the swooshiness. It's the swooshiness of the colours and everything. Do you see what I mean by the swooshiness? You do. You all know what I mean. I would call that one, you need to trademark your words. I would call that one heaven and earth. They're beautiful, aren't they? So you can see the conundrum that we're in, because we really do. We have so many ideas, and I want to bring you them all at once. And I know that I can't do that, and I have to be patient. We've got so much to show you. We have got so much fabulous stuff to come, and it's just all too exciting. I just can't contain it. Right, so lots of lovely comments. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you're all liking the sneaky peeks. So they're all going to be coming, and the masquerade ball one. So how long have I kept you? Oh, not too bad. Just an hour and a half. I ain't done too bad at all. I did try to not go too quick, but go quick enough, because I knew I had a lot of pads. So, what I have forgot to mention the past few times is what I do is for everyone who orders within 24 hours of this live, gets entered into sort of a little bit of a prize draw, and one random package will have some extra papers popped in. That's my way of saying thank you for ordering from me. And then what I also, which I haven't done for a few releases actually, is I normally pick a name from everyone who's commented. And really, I should have said this at the beginning, shouldn't I? But normally I pick a name from everyone who's commented, and they will win. If I've got a craft box that I'm launching, which I haven't this time, then they will win one of those. But if not, you will just win a set of papers. So whichever ones that you want, I will pop you a set of those in, and that's just for supporting me, for liking, for commenting, for everything like that. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to scroll back up through all of those comments, and then wherever my little hand stops, you are going to win some papers. So I'm just going to scroll. Shannon H79. You can be the lucky recipient of some papers. So, Shannon, you are on here still, Shannon. I think I saw you at the bottom. Love the new collections and sneak peeks. Have a fabulous birthday. Thank you very much, Hazel. So, Shannon, pop me a message, either email, I think, or you message me on Pinterest, don't you? Let me know which one of these 3 collections that I've released you would like some papers in, and then I will get those sent out to you. Everyone who makes an order within the next 24 hours, you won't know if you've won until you open up your order and there's some extra papers in there. So I like to say thank you to those who order, and just those who I just support. I want to just say thank you to everyone, really. You truly have a good, massive heart. Oh, thank you very much. Matt, I'll pay you later. You've had so many compliments on here today for me. Listen, I know what my voice sounds like when I watch this back to make sure that I haven't missed anyone's comments. The fact that you all put up with this accent, and it's not quiet either, is it? So I have to thank you in some way. Oh, lots of congratulations to Shannon. That's great. Right, so I will let you all get off. So don't forget, pop your orders in. Any questions as well? Any ideas for cards or projects that you've seen that you want me to do a tutorial on? Always happy to hear those as well, definitely. So, yes, everyone have a great weekend. So what have I got this weekend? So I have got some exciting news, and I nearly forgot to tell you all. So you know that some of you in the US might not know this, but there's a new TV channel over here called Hobbycraft TV. And it is, so we've got a chain of stores over here called Hobbycraft. They've closed a few stores, but they've got a new TV channel, and you can watch it on Freeview. You can watch it on YouTube. So if you're in the US, you can watch it on YouTube, and I think it's on their website as well. I should have been demonstrating this weekend for another company, but there's been a few issues. So keep your eyes and your ears peeled, because in a few weeks' time, maybe towards the end of September, you will see me on the TV again, not just on my YouTube, but on the TV. But when I've got more news about who it is that I'm with, and I can share it with you, I will definitely. So I'm very excited about that. I'm actually talking to someone else as well about demonstrating for them. So lots going on, lots of exciting stuff. And at some point, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, to be able to bring my own stuff to the channel as well. So get my foot in the door first, and then bring my stuff as well. So not so lol. So yeah, so as soon as I can share that news, I will be sharing that news. So that's really quite exciting. Hobbycraft started today. It did. I was going to, so it started with who was on first? It was Lisa Horton, wasn't it? Really wanted to watch it, but I wasn't getting up at 7:30 to watch it. So, but it's on YouTube, so I can watch it back. They do have a YouTube channel. It is Hobbycraft TV. Now I know the other channel here is Hobby Maker, so I have to think a minute before I say it. Because Hobbycraft, I mean, they've had the 30-year-old. They've had stores for 30 years, so they couldn't really change their name for their TV channel, so it wouldn't sort of conflict with Hobby Maker. So I just have to think a second before I say which is which, but it's Hobbycraft TV. So yes, you can find them on here on YouTube. They started this morning, 7:30, first day. I've watched a few of the shows through the day and it was a lot of fun. So yes, you definitely can watch that on YouTube. Am I unfrozen? Am I still frozen? Let me know. Oh, I've got a shiny nose. Um, I don't think I'm frozen anymore. But yes, check them out. Don't forget to message me, Shannon, with about your prize. So now I have told you everything. Now I've remembered to do the prize thingy-mabobs. I'll let you all go. Next Thursday, tutorials. We'll do some cards. Unless someone messages me and there's anything that in particular. But same time, same place. In fact, it might be 6 o'clock, but I will pop the time and the link up nearer to next Thursday. So pop me your messages because I love to read your messages and I love to get your orders. But remember, all the likes, the loves, the share, all of that stuff is just as important. So I will let you all go. All of you have a lovely weekend. Mine's a little bittersweet because Oliver's going back down to uni on Monday. And then it's my birthday either Tuesday or Wednesday. So I'm a little bit sad that I'm losing him again, but I'll let him off. It's all good. I'll make sure I guilt trip him into a really big birthday present. So and I'll see you all next week. So again, thank you so much for joining me. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah, and I will see you all next week.